Yo, what is up YouTube? It's your boy Snoozee here coming at you with another Warzone video, man. 2 years, anniversary day. What's up, boys? Today I got a special video for y'all. I'm going to go over my Warzone settings. This is also a friendly disclaimer. This is my preference. You can mess around, play with it. Try to see if these settings will help you out to improve in the game. I'm just going to go over all the settings that I use and which I prefer. So let's get straight into the video, man. And anyways, peace out. So first we're going to look at the controller general settings. So I actually play on tactical flip, which means I'm shooting with L1 and R1. This is what I use because of the speed. You can you put your index finger faster, because the buttons that you have to press in are also shorter to press in than the back buttons of the controller. Also, these are the settings for console players, because I play on a PS5. I'm also using the tactical button layout because I like to drop shot as well, so you don't have to press like the circle button to drop down. Just the right analog stick, you press that down, and then you can drop shot, and it also helps me out with like slide canceling and stuff. So stick layout preset is almost always default. I don't understand why you should play on a a different stick layout setting, but anyways, if you do, kudos to you. Invert vertical look, same thing, also disabled. You can put it on like vehicles and stuff, but really doesn't have any advantage. So if you look at the I have many options: left stick, input dead zone. So I basically have these all on default settings because there's nothing wrong with my controller. But if you have issues with your controller, like let's say for example you leave your controller on your table or desk, and you see that your character is moving slightly to the right or slightly to the left, you can play around with these settings and see which settings you need to have your character's center still, because you want to have that all the time when you are shooting. Because if you for example you're in an engagement and your character decides to move slightly to the right, you can lose that engagement. So this is highly like really based on your controller and what you're experiencing. So for sensitivity, there's a lot of people playing on low sense, a lot of people playing on high sense. So this really is just personal preference, but for me, I like to play on 1414 because I don't want to have a different sensitivity when I'm moving sideways or when I'm moving up and down. So that's basically why you always want this the same sensitivity. But if you would like something different, you can play around with this, and maybe for sideways, for horizontal stick sensitivity, you can put this higher if you want to look sideways more faster, and for up and down you want to slow this down. You can also play with this advanced for like different optics. I all have them on like default setting. So here it's important to know that for your aim assist, I have this on dynamic. I think this is the best aim assist type, because linear is more for long range, and it really sticks to your enemy, but for close range it doesn't help out a lot. You can also use standard if you're like an OG COD player. You can put this on standard. Controller vibration for me is disabled, but you can put this enabled if you want to. It kind of turns me off target when I'm shooting and the enemy shooting back, because you will feel the controller vibration. So I have it disabled for that reason. So aim assist, I have it on standard because I don't want a lot of help from AI. Because the precision and focusing will help you slightly, but this is more for like I said, long range. You will feel a difference. Close range, you really don't have any aim assist or anything, so that's why I put it on standard. So these are all, everything is like a default setting. ADS melee, you can put this also on double tap ADS, but for me, For example, if you try to decide to, for me, I'm a little spastic, sometimes I press the ADS two times in a row, so I don't want to be mounted in that situation. So that's why I have a key lock with ADS MLA, so it won't mount me straight away. So these are almost default settings. This is the part where it's really getting important that you need to have this in your movement book. Contextual tab. Contextual tab basically means you don't have to hold square or tap square. It basically is a quick tap to pick up stuff from the pick up loot from the floor, and it will also help you a lot with looting faster. Depleted ammo weapon switch enabled, default. Armor plate behavior, I have it on apply 1. You can also use apply all, but for me, in certain scenarios, I would like to have one plate and get back to the engagement. And for if you have apply all, you need to double tap to cancel the animation, so that's why. Slide behavior, put this immediately on tap. If you cannot slide cancel, if you would like a tutorial, I can make a tutorial on that as well. But if you slide cancel, you see all the players, pro players move faster. They have it all on tap. Auto move forward, I have it disabled. Tactical sprint, I have single tap from run and automatic tactical sprint, because you don't want to break your controller by pressing the left analog stick. I just hold it front and it will automatically tech sprint for me. Vehicle camera resender, I have it enabled. You can also put this disabled, but I would like, when I hop in a vehicle, I would like to have it centered for me, so I don't have like an awkward camera angle, so I can quickly disengage the engagement and flee the scene or something like that. So parachute auto deploy, I have it disabled because sometimes you want to deploy your parachute a little bit closer to the ground. This is a more advanced setting. You can have this enabled, but for example, if you're shooting out of the air, it will kind of throw you off by deploying your parachute when you want to land a little closer to the ground. So next up is graphics. This is important to have disabled, world motion blur, weapon motion blur, because as you can see the right picture, you will see a very vague image, and on the left side you see a very clear image. So basically this means is when you move, when you are in a motion, it will get a little bit blurry. So if you have it enabled, like you see on the right side, if you move, you cannot see somebody in the window, for example. And if you have it disabled, you can see pretty clear. So film grain, I have it on 0, because if you look at the right, you see all that pixelated image type of vibes. I like it just clear, like on the left side, so I have it on 0. I have dismemberment on disabled because just because. You can play around with your brightness and like the on-demand texture streaming. I have it on standard because I don't want any more lag of the of the game. So next up we go to the interface settings, and these are also important. I have my subtitles enabled because I would like to have audio cues, or even when I don't get audio cues, I see like enemy UAV is up or something like that, so you kind of know what's going on in your game, but sometimes you don't focus on like the audio, so if it pops up in your screen you can read it, and then you know what's going on. So this is also important, minimap shape, to have it on square, because if you look at the left circle or the round one has less coverage than the right one, so you have more intel, you have more an understanding of what's going on. Minimap rotation, highly recommend this enabled, because if you have it disabled, it is a fixed map, and you kind of you don't know where the enemies are coming from, because if you look left to right, it will not give you like a fixed like a clear identification where the enemies are coming from. So show compass, I have it enabled because sometimes people say northwest, east, something like that, and then you can look at the top screen corner, you see exactly what they mean. So kill feed duration 20 seconds, I think that's high enough. You can put it shorter or longer if you would like to have like more intel, but at 20 seconds, I think that's the sweet spot for like information that is going on. So these are almost everything is default settings, so I haven't changed a thing. So now let's get to the audio settings. This is very important as well because audio is important. So yeah, I have my audio mix on boost high. I heard people say boost low is also good, so try to play around with this. You don't want to have your master volume on 100 because that basically, even if you put this higher, for example, it will not give you like louder footsteps. It will basically put the audio higher, but 85 is good enough for me, at least, to hear enough footsteps. Music, turn that all the way down. I like it a little bit to have like a little bit of tension, so I have it on 5, so I can hear some of the music, but not like in a way that it bothers me that I can't hear footsteps anymore. So dialogue volume, you can put this lower than the master volume because it's not, you don't want to have the voices go over the audio of the game. So effects, I have that as the same as the master volume of the game, because effects are important, like explosions, where the guns are coming from. Cinematic, this is only applicable to campaign, so it doesn't really matter. I have my hit marker sounds effects on Modern Warfare. You can put it on none or classic, but I like Modern Warfare because I've played a lot of Modern Warfare as well, and it kind of it's a good feel for me. So these are all default, and this was my settings video, man. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you gonna try out my settings, if you're gonna play around with it. Let me know if it helped you in any way or shape or form. Drop a like if you enjoy the content, and if you would like movement tutorials or more tutorials, let me know in the comments below. And anyway, y'all, peace out.